Greetings, my people. First, let us thank God for giving us another day of life and His blessing, as well as our family and friends. Welcome to the Dominic Sports Picks channel, where we also give our NBA analysis a hard look. Here you'll find everything you need to bet safely. The possible winner of each game. Whether the scoreboard will be broken with highs or lows. And of course, our classic club player bats, so you know which player is going to break it tonight. This isn't a story, this is numbers, logic, and vision. If you're an NBA fan and like to play smart, this is your channel. Subscribe, turn on that bell, and follow us every day, as we analyze every game, every piece of information, and every pick. With Dominic Sports Picks, you don't go in blind, you go in to win. NBA, MLB, NHL, NFL, any league. Here, we study to win. Let's get started. My friends at Dominic Sports Picks, here are our updated statistics for today, with the goal of maintaining transparent and honest communication with all our followers. In this report, we clearly reflect our success and loss ratios, offering a real-world view of the performance of our picks. At Dominic Sports Picks, we believe that trust is built with verifiable results, consistent commitment, and complete transparency in every shared analysis. Now, let's get to today's analysis. Gainbridge Fieldhouse is set for a high-speed Central Division clash. The Chicago Bulls look to solidify their Eastern Conference standing against a wounded but dangerous Indiana Pacers squad. With the frantic pace both teams impose, expect a night filled with rapid transitions and immense young talent on the floor. Let's break down the best picks for tonight. Pick 1, Chicago Bulls to win. The Bulls enter this matchup with enviable offensive momentum, ranking as the league's second most productive offense lately. Josh Giddey's versatility is the primary catalyst, averaging nearly a triple-double with 18.8 points, 8.8 assists, and 8.7 rebounds. He has the tools to dismantle Indiana's porous defense. Alongside Nikola Vucevic's presence in the paint, Chicago holds a clear physical and tactical advantage. Conversely, the Pacers are enduring a rough 11-36 season and have dropped 4 of their last 5 outings. While Pascal Siakam remains a star-level performer, Indiana's lack of depth and defensive struggles allowing 118.5 ppg make the Bulls favorites on the road. The scoring of Kobe White and Matisse Buzelis adds a layer of firepower the Pacers can't contain. Chicago's motivation to climb the standings will secure the victory here, as they look to exploit the transition game against an Indiana squad that lacks consistency. Pick 2, totals over 234.0 points scored. If there is one thing guaranteed in this matchup, it is speed. Chicago operates with the NBA's second fastest pace on the road, while Indiana has maintained the league's 6th quickest tempo over their last 20 games. These stats are the perfect recipe for a high-scoring affair. The Bulls average 117.9 points per game but also surrender nearly 120, highlighting their offense-first philosophy. Indiana follows suit, allowing an average of 118.5 points. With a total line of 234.0, the over is the logical choice as both squads prioritize fast breaks and early threes. Players like Andrew Nembhard and Benedict Mathurin ensure the score keeps ticking, and if the Bulls maintain their efficiency, clearing 234 should be straightforward in this continuous exchange of baskets. Expect a track meet where defense is an afterthought tonight, with both teams likely pushing the possession count well above the league average. It is time to capitalize on these trends. With a red-hot Chicago offense and a game tempo that never slows down, this matchup is the ideal opportunity to witness elite offensive basketball. Trust in the Bulls' collective superiority and get ready for a scoring festival. Aim high, analyze the stats, and enjoy every single bucket tonight. Good luck! Casillas Center hosts another chapter of the Florida Derby between the Miami Heat and Orlando Magic. Miami enters with a 2-game winning streak, while Orlando is desperate to snap a 4-game skid. Expect high intensity in this crucial Eastern Conference matchup as both teams fight for better seeding in the home stretch of the January schedule. Pick 1, Miami Heat to win. The Miami Heat are favorites at home for several key reasons. Despite missing Tyler Herro and Terry Rozier, Eric Spoelstra's squad has found a winning rhythm led by Bam Adebayo, who dominates both ends with stellar production. Miami's defense will be vital in containing Paolo Banchero, who often struggles against the Heat's tactical adjustments in South Beach. Conversely, Orlando arrives mentally fatigued after 4 straight losses, showing cracks in late-game execution. The Heat culture and home court advantage usually prevail in high-pressure divisional games. With Norman Powell providing crucial perimeter scoring, Miami has the depth to overcome a Magic team that has struggled on the road this season, 9-13. Expect the veteran experience of the Heat to dismantle Orlando's young core during the fourth quarter, securing a pivotal victory in front of their home crowd. Pick 2, totals over 223.0 points scored. A total of 223 points seems low given the offensive pace both teams have showcased recently. The Heat are averaging 119.7 points per game, ranking among the league's most efficient offenses this January. Orlando, despite their losing streak, maintains an average of 115 points and boasts lethal scorers like Franz Wagner and Desmond Bane. While these matchups were traditionally defensive battles, the 2026 season trend has shifted toward faster transitions and higher three-point volume. The combined scoring average of these two squads far exceeds the proposed threshold. Considering Orlando's defense has allowed over 118 points during their recent slump, the stage is set for a high-scoring affair. With computer projections placing the total closer to 230 points, betting on the over 223 is a statistically sound move. Both teams have the firepower to turn this into a track meet. It's time to capitalize on these trends. With a solid Miami team at home and a scoreboard that promises constant action, this matchup is a goldmine for savvy analysts. Trust in the Heat's experience and the offensive explosiveness of both rosters to lock in your picks. Get ready to experience Florida basketball at its peak tonight. Good luck with your plays. TD Garden is set for an epic clash. The Boston Celtics, featuring a perfectly oiled machine, host an Atlanta Hawks team in the midst of a major transformation following Trae Young's departure. With CJ McCollum and Jalen Johnson now leading the charge, Atlanta aims to shock the league's most consistent squad on their legendary home floor. Let's break down the winning picks. Pick 1, Boston Celtics -4.0 to win. Despite Atlanta's renewed energy, the Celtics remain the gold standard in the Eastern Conference. The key here is cohesion. While the Hawks are still calibrating their chemistry with newcomers CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert, Boston operates with envious synchronicity. Jaylen Brown is playing at an MVP level, averaging nearly 30 ppg, and Boston's defense, ranked second in the NBA, 109.9 ppg allowed, is a nightmare for teams in transition. Furthermore, Kristaps Porzingis now protects the paint for Atlanta after his trade from Boston last summer, adding a revenge narrative, yet the Celtics know his defensive gaps better than anyone. With a 14-7 home record and an average winning margin exceeding 8 points at the Garden, covering a -4.0 spread is a very manageable task for Joe Mazzulla's squad. Expect their superior bench depth to overwhelm Atlanta's adjusted rotation in the closing minutes of the game. Pick 2, totals over 224. 0 points scored. This matchup has high scoring written all over it. Post-Trae Young, Atlanta has adopted a more distributed but equally fast-paced style, with Jalen Johnson emerging as an elite point forward and CJ McCollum providing veteran perimeter scoring. The Hawks still struggle defensively, allowing 118.7 ppg, and facing Boston's offense, 121.3 offensive rating, is a recipe for a massive total. These teams combined for 238 points in their last meeting, far surpassing tonight's line. Boston averages 118 ppg at home, and with the scoring prowess of players like Anthony Simons and the versatility of Jalen Johnson, 224.0 points feels like a low bar. Both teams have trended toward high-volume three-point shooting this January, averaging over 38 attempts per game. In a track meet where efficiency favors the shooters, the over is the most logical statistical play. Expect both teams to push the pace, easily clearing this threshold early in the fourth quarter. The new NBA landscape offers a unique opportunity for savvy analysts. Capitalize on the adjusted lines following the Young trade and trust in Boston's stability combined with Atlanta's high-octane pace. It's a night for big numbers and home dominance. Trust the data, stay sharp, and get ready to celebrate every bucket in this Eastern Conference showdown. Family, now we continue with our props players. The analysis for Nikola Vucevic's player prop in the January 28, 2026, matchup against the Indiana Pacers highlights a highly favorable intersection between his elite current form and the opponent's glaring defensive gaps. Entering tonight's game, Vucevic has shown exceptional consistency, most recently coming off a 34 PRA performance against the Lakers, 18 PTS, 11 REB, 5 AST. Throughout January 2026, Vucevic has anchored the Bulls' offense, averaging nearly 31 combined PRA over his last 10 appearances. The primary catalyst for this over is the Pacers' inability to contain skilled, versatile centers. Indiana currently ranks near the bottom of the league, 24th, in scoring defense, surrendering 118.5 points per game, and 25th in opponent field goal percentage. With Indiana missing Tyrese Halliburton, their defensive transition and half-court organization have regressed, leading to high possession games that naturally inflate statistical opportunities for opposing big men. Vucevic's rebounding floor is remarkably high. He averages 9.1 boards per game and faces a Pacers frontcourt rotation that often struggles with boxouts and defensive positioning, ranking 23rd in total opponent PRA allowed, 200.1 per game. Furthermore, Vucevic has evolved into a primary facilitator in Chicago's half-court sets, averaging a career-high-tying 3.8 assists per game this season. His chemistry with playmakers like Josh Giddey and shooters like Kobe White ensures that even when his shots are contested, he accumulates value through elite playmaking from the high post. In their previous 2025-26 meeting on November 29, Vucevic demonstrated his high floor against Indiana, recording exactly 30 PRA despite not being at his peak shooting efficiency. Given that Indiana allows significant production to centers who can stretch the floor, Vucevic is positioned to exploit their lack of interior depth. His ability to punish the defense via the pick and pop will force Indiana's rim protectors out of the paint, creating easy scoring or passing lanes. With an expected workload of 34+ minutes in a pivotal divisional rivalry game, Vucevic's path to exceeding 30.0 total PRA is statistically bolstered by high volume, a favorable matchup advantage, and the Pacers' porous interior defense. Expect Vucevic to be the focal point of the Bulls' attack, utilizing his double-double potential and passing vision to clear this line comfortably by the mid-fourth quarter. My people, until tomorrow, blessings and good luck to all.